Hey, Bjorn, Strongndarm here with RimWorld Alpha 16, the highly awaited update to the RimWorld colony simulation game. It's here and I am really excited to get playing. Before we begin, just one really quick thing. As with my previous colonies, if you want to have your name be in the colony, let me know. Put your name in the description. Now, judging from the last colony, we might have more people who want to be in than have been in before. So here's what I'm going to do. People who are still waiting for my last Alpha 15 colony, there's two of them. They'll have priority and kind of go straight into it. And then after that, what I'll do is I'll just use a random number picker. But people who have never been in any of my colonies before will get like a double chance. And people who have been in one before will get a single chance. So that's how I'm going to do it this time to make sure it's kind of fair. Everyone has a shot, but people who are new have a little bit of an extra shot to get in early. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get going with RimWorld. So we want a new colony. I'm going to go with just the crash landed scenario this time around. I'm going to stick with Randy Random on rough. It's what I know best. And although I think I've kind of in principle will be ready to bump up to maybe intense, a couple of things are going to keep me from doing it. One is just that things have been rebalanced and I don't really know how it's going to play out. So it's good to stick with what I know, I think, to see how the rebalancing goes. But on top of that, my goal in this playthrough is really going to be mainly to focus on the new features and really get a feel for it and have fun with and really play with the new things we can do in Alpha 16. So with that in mind, we'll just go with that. Now here's the new thing. So we create the world. We can randomize the seed. We can actually set the amount of rainfall we want. Let's go a little bit higher. Overall temperature, we'll just stick with normal for now. And how much of the planet we want to get. The main reason for this is for performance issues. It could take a long time. If it does, I'll just cut out the extra time and jump to the create a planet. But let's make ourselves a planet. And here it is. Check this out. Unlike before, instead of having a map, we've got a whole planet. We can, zoom in and out. But also we can just spin around and see. It's got a North Pole up there, South Pole down here. And there are all of these different things. So we're looking at these are pirate colonies or outposts. The different colors are different factions. These are tribal outposts, and the purple and the blue here are factions. So very cool, very cool. So we have to find a place where we are going to park ourselves. Let's kind of zoom in. As you can see, there are these hexagonal spots that we can park ourselves at. And I think it might be nice, let's see, there's three different factions. So this is a pirate faction, this is a regular, another pirate faction. I want to actually get ourselves kind of close to a couple so we can make use of that. This is here in a desert. So you can see if we go to terrain, we get all the information. It's flat, movement time, the stone types, the growing period, all of those kinds of things. So let's just look around for a good spot close to maybe a good kind of temperate forest, close to a couple of places we could visit. What's this right here? All right, this temperate forest growing period is half the year. So that might be a little bit tricky to do that, but it should be doable. Here's another one. It's not the forest. It's a boreal forest. And I like this, actually. So large hills. We've got a faction close by and a tribal group close by. Looking here. Oh, wow. The growing period is like nothing at all, though. So that's no good. Keep looking, Bjorn. Okay, this looks pretty good around here. We've got a faction here, a tribe here, and some pirates, I think, over here. Yeah. And right about here, it says it's large hills, year-round growing period. The temperatures, it's pretty temperate. So this might be a pretty nice place to start. So let's take this. Now we just got to get our characters like usual. I'll do some rolling, pick some off screen, and come back to you on the planet's surface. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pod before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay, here we are. All right, now let's go ahead and pause it up and meet our people. As before, I've stuck myself in the game. I'm Bjorn here, so let's see who I am. I was a medieval slave, grew up pulling carts and digging holes on a medieval world. Simple manual labor is my oldest companion, along with the master's lash. I didn't learn to read until age 9. And then as an adult, I was an actor. I traveled in my homeworld with a company of actors, playing to packed theaters and loving audiences everywhere. A perfectionist and made my own props and costumes rather than use the ones I was given. So hauling and cleaning are disabled. I can't do dumb labor. But I do have, social, pretty good. I guess I'm not really good at anything. I do have a penchant for mining and crafting, so we'll definitely want to make use of that. So Zhanat here. So Zhanat is someone who's been waiting patiently to be in the last colony, and so he gets priority here for this one. So welcome, Zhanat. You were an apocalypse survivor. You were born during a time of unrest on your homeworld as climate change threatened mass starvation and flooding. As you grew up, the situation worsened, billions died, and peaceful states descended into anarchy. Zhanat and your parents did whatever they had to survive. So a boost to shooting, artistic and research knocked down, and then you were a psychiatric patient. You spent most of your adult life in an insane asylum. Okay, your industrial homeworld had a poor understanding of mental illness, and you were treated more like an animal than a person. You eventually recovered and was released. Your experience dampened many of your basic life skills. So cooking and crafting get knocked down, and firefighting, doctoring, and wardening. So caring and social and scary, all knocked down. You're decent with animals. You have a bit of a thing for shooting and for crafting. You might be doing a lot of hauling too. You're psychically dull, which is great. A masochist, you kind of like to get hurt, and a fast walker, so you can move. To check your shooting, you're a 95. That's pretty good. Now, Max is our other person who's been waiting. Anyway, you were an apocalypse survivor, so actually that's exact same backstory as Zhanat. And then you were a bodyguard. You found work on a midworld protecting whoever paid you from harm. You gained proficiency in many different combat forms and was known for your ruthlessness against those who crossed him. So good shooting skills. You're a good shot for percentage as well. And capable of social. So I guess Bjorn is our only person who can do social. You're a cannibal. You were taught that eating human meat was wrong and horrible, but you tried it once and you liked it. Okay, well that's going to be interesting. And you're another fast walker. So very, very good. I forgot to mention that Bjorn has a bloodlust and is a teetotaler, which is kind of a strange mixture. And as I said before, if you want to be in this colony or in our faction actually, leave your name in the comments. And what I'll do is I'll just, as people ask, I'll just put in a kind of a randomizer so that everyone has a fair shot at being in it. And hopefully everyone who wants to will get a shot. But yeah. So let's look around. This is not a fantastic map, but it's not bad. And we could maybe park in here and expand out here. This is going to be reasonably defensible, I think. So with that in mind, and we have a ship chunk we can deconstruct as well. With that in mind, let's see. We could also do in here, because we've got this as well that we can... Yeah, I'm going to do in here, because we have the steam geyser that eventually we can put power on. And also we've got a nice, I think this is rich soil, extra fertilization, so we can start growing stuff there right away. So let's do the usual. Let's get ourselves in a stockpile zone right off the bat. Let's put it right about here. Put a roof area right over top of it. And let's see, let people get to work. Now Bjorn is not gonna do any constructing, or any hauling, I mean, but he can construct. You know, though, what we could do, I have to unforbid everything too. Okay, I went through and unforbid all of the stuff I could find around the map. Also, when I found these chunks, I set them to be deconstructed, so we should start moving. Let's have a quick look at the work. Oh, before we do that, actually, let's look at getting weapons for people. So Max is our good shot. We'll give him the survival rifle. Now Zhanat is a 95, and Bjorn is about the same. So I'm not really sure which one of these guys should have the pistol. Let's, yeah, they're both in the same ballpark. Let's give Bjorn the knife. He has bloodlust. He might like to get up close and personal when he's killing people. And where is that gun? It's right there. So, Zhanat, you come equip that. You'll get those things. And now, oh, Ancient Danger. Okay, so we got an Ancient Danger right here. Who knows what's inside of it? We will leave this alone for right now, but we know it's here. We should also, let's see, since Bjorn can't do the hauling, can he do the growing? He can do the growing and the mining. So let's put in, just for right now, a great big growing zone here filled with rice. Whoa. There we go. And yeah, let's see. What else are these people going to do? Bjorn's going to do all that kind of work. Everybody can construct. So the next thing, we really need to start working on a food storage area. Freezers and power are always a very first kind of priority. So let's start, let's actually dig out right here for a little freezer area. And we'll get some, looks like we'll get some components while we're at it. Probably some beds and bedrooms are going to be needed here pretty soon as well. And one thing in Alpha 16, the bedroom system has been changed. The little tiny, like 2x1 bedrooms are not going to work very well. But we can do, basically as long as the bedroom isn't awful, they won't get any sort of debuff for it. But if the bedroom is awful, well, it's a different story. To keep an eye on our food right off the bat, probably have to do some hunting, although maybe not rhinos. And is anybody very good with animals? Let's check that out. Not Bjorn's a 3. Zhanat's a 7. So we'll have Zhanat set to do handling. Yeah, he is. So, because if we see any muffalo, we will want to try to tame them. All right, the morning has come. Let's see, is anybody... Zhanat will cut plants. We will, here in a little bit, get to making, you know, doing the fancy with their work priorities and all that. But for right now, these first few days, we just got to get going on getting stuff done. It's not going to make a big difference. Let's get some trees chopped down, and let's make a little barracks area right in here. But it won't like being in a barracks, but they will survive it. A door there, a door right there, maybe. And that looks pretty good. And let's also go ahead and put in, how much wood do we have? If we got enough, I think we'll put in a wooden floor too. Make it a bit nicer. And then... Actually, is Bjorn our only miner? That's going to be a problem, because he's working on... Let everybody mine for right now, because he's working on the food, which is super important. We also... We should have a hunter. Zhanat is... Hold it. No, Max is our hunter, which is as it should be. Let's get some food hunted as well. Come on. Yeah, hunt you. Hunt the alpaca. Not a lot, just a little bit. Actually, you know what? No, let's cancel that for right now, because we don't have anywhere to put it yet. We got to get this worked on right away. But we also need, ooh, some berries. We also need some beds. Let's see. Like that. We're gonna need a table. That will work. I think we'll spruce it up with some dining chairs. All right, it's nighttime again. More sleeping is going on. All right, people are up, back to work. We better get them a source of joy pretty soon, huh? I mean, they can only look at the sky for so long before they're going to be unhappy. Also, it says need some defenses. I'm sure that's true. Oh, we don't have enough wood even for this. So yeah, we got to chop some more wood before we do anything else. Actually, we can make this out of steel though. But let's go ahead and chop down some more wood. Okay, looks like cactuses will be chopped, which is nice. Saguaro cactuses, very nice. Be careful chopping those. If they fall on you, they do hurt quite a lot. All right, good. Lots of steel. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go ahead and put another wall in right here with a door right there. And we're going to need to now put in our cooler. So for right now, I think, yeah, that should work fine. And some power will be important as well. Solar generator, I don't know. It's going to be in shade there. Let's put one right there. And we'll hook that up to the... Oh, an eclipse. That's not going to work so well. Anyway, we'll put also a couple of batteries here and here with a roof over top. And then with the power, you know, it's usual first day kind of stuff we're doing here. Nothing too fancy, but we are getting things. Now we're going to need to make a butcher station and a, what do they call it? Stove, a place to cook the foods. That's got to happen as well. So let's go ahead with the production. And I'm going to actually put the butcher table... Well, actually, watch this. It says, we'll have work speed penalty because it's outdoors. So that is a new thing. I'm going to keep the butcher table outdoors for right now. And I think we'll put it an inside bit there eventually. But I am going to take the like a fueled stove and put it indoors as well. Oh, okay. So Max thinks we should give our faction a name. What should your faction be called? I'm going to think about that for a minute. Be here for a while. I'll just give the community a name. Be called Bliss's Ridge. I like that actually. Bliss's Ridge is a good name. I'm going to stick with that. So it's just the faction name. I need to think about it. Let's call it... oops. I was going to use my own name. That seems a little bit, I don't know, kind of big-headed of me. Let's call it Futures Lights. I don't know why. It just seems to work. Futures Lights, Bliss's Ridge. So that is our faction. Now, ooh, I hear somebody dying. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to pause it, take a minute, because if we can come down here, show you just some of the new stuff before this episode is out. We can't really do it. We're not ready for it yet. But just so we can see where we're heading. So we go to the world map. So we see there's us, right? There's our current colony. Now we can form a caravan, and we can take a caravan out to, say, this colony. We could trade with it, or this one here. There are enemies. We go here and raid them if we wanted, or we can actually go further away. And the further away it is, like you'll see, like each of these tiles is terrain 1.8 hours. You can see, like, you just add up how many hours it'd be. So this would be like within a day's travel to get to either of these places. But in order to really do that, we need to like make it worthwhile to haul stuff, you need either muffalo or dromedaries, because they're the hauling creatures. And that's why I was saying if there do come in, you want to try to tame them so we can get trade caravans. Eventually we can also make launch pods that will launch us from here to other places, which is really cool also. But also we can, we're this kind of light blue color, we can make additional colonies. We can kind of spread out and settle somewhere else. So eventually I want to get to be doing that. But that's going to take, a fair bit more kind of preparation and stuff like that. All right, so let's see. Digging is getting done, but plant cutting is not. We don't need both Max and Zhanat mining, I think, if one of them can cut plants instead, and Zhanat can. So we'll leave the mining now to... hold it. To Max, I thought. Yeah, that... No, that's right. Oh, sorry. No, that's right. Max will go... He's hauling now. Max, wait, hold it. Hold it. Work, Max. Oh, I messed that up. Zhanat. Okay, well, Max to mine and Zhanat to cut plants. And we have a heat wave. So we'll watch out for heat stroke. We'll see how hot it gets as this goes on. We will set this down into, the 30s. And we will go ahead and put a zone area in here for the foods. Ooh, a rhinoceros self-tamed. I love that. Colonist decided to name it Alpha. I like that. I like that much better than Rhinoceros 1. Anyway, we'll put just the foods in here. All of them for now. We can switch that up a bit later. And that's over, which is nice. It's 121. It's pretty hot. It's in the hundreds in here. Probably because we have this door open. So let's go ahead and set a dumping zone for chunks. It says we need defenses and a meal source, and that's true, we do. But let's set a zone for chunks right here for now. So those can get moved. And that way we'll have, well, also we can use this for a little bit of defense. Max still needs a place to sleep. It's nice and hot. Ooh, and a Glitter World surgeon named Van Suarez calls you from nearby. He's being chased by pirates from God Crew. He begs for safety and offers to join your colony. Biologically, he's 68 years old. But he's a Glitter World surgeon. Be warned if you accept to fight off the pirates on his tail. Let's do this. Let's offer him some safety. So there he comes. He has no weapon. He's going to go play horseshoes. He's coming from up there, which means the pirates will be coming from up there as well. So let's let people sleep for right now. And when they wake... when the raid comes... Yeah, we got one guy with a sandstone club. I think we can do this. I think we can take him. So you guys... get drafted. I'm going to bring you all... I think right to about here. It's a good spot. And actually, Van, I'm going to draft you and bring you to about here as well. And that way you can act as kind of the bait. If he's looking for you, he's going for the wooden door. Oh well. All right, so cover is not really a big deal right now either. But yeah, we'll let him get closer. Oh, he's going to go down that way, is he? All right. Also, I haven't used it yet, but check out, there's this hold your fire button. I love that to death. I think that's the bestest. Okay, good. Now we're a little closer than I'd like to be real honest. Van, you come to here. Max, you back up. Zhanat, you back up. And Bjorn, you back way up. Okay, Zhanat, you take that shot. Van, you go over to here. Okay, good, he's chasing Van, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, and he's down. He is down. Let's look at this guy. He's really good with social. He's a really good researcher. And Van here has got some skills, although he's lazy and a slowpoke, which is unfortunate, but he's got some skills. So we're gonna, this is, you know, desperate times, desperate measures. Yeah, Bjorn and Zhanat will lose ownership of their room. We're gonna do that for right now because, like I said, desperate times and all that. So let's check him out for a prisoner. Max just fell. He's like, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Van, you capture the guy who was chasing you. That seems like poetic justice. Speed it back up. And they're just sleeping. They're tired. Don't blame them. They're still in pretty good mood despite sleeping in the heat and it being really hot. But yeah, Van, you get him dropped off. Oh, and you're going to tend to him too? What's... Okay, he's automatically set for herbal medicine. We'll try chat and recruit. It's 96%. This might be a difficult thing. Bjorn is our people person this time around. So we'll have him, Bjorn, doing the wardening. He is. We don't need Van to do it. Bjorn can do it. Okay, well, this is, you know, not a spectacular start. But it is a start. It is a start. We've got the makings of a colony, the first kind of stuff put in, and we've got Alpha 16. We've got all the new stuff to explore. I am excited. I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.